Hey Hada, what's happening in Melee? As per usual, so many things. It's nice to be back into the rhythm of things, though. Now that we're in this new year, we have turned our attention to Genesis 9, among other things that have been
Hmm.
happening in Melee as we're looking ahead to Genesis 9, not this weekend, but the following weekend. Hada, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. I haven't really slept too much in the last 2 months because I hold things when I'm stressed out, and I usually just don't sleep. And so I got engaged, and I had my first big performance review at work, and it all went really well. So I finally was able to start sleeping. So that's good. Been working out, doing a lot of good stuff in the gym, playing some Chic, and actually trying to be dope and fast on Sheik, and that's really fun. And more importantly, guys, there's a lot of cool melee stuff going on, and there's a lot of cool doubles representation. The beginning of ranking season, or at least of it being released, has started, which is amazing. And I actually need to check to make sure that we're not actually going to get a release while we're talking. So January 12th. So we're actually might get a release today. So we won't be able to talk about that unless it gets released during this conversation. But we will be able to talk about yesterday, so January 11th, the 100 through 91. So, guys, please make sure to check out the Start GG SSBM Ranked 2022, sponsored by Gimme That Wheat. Who's going to be our main, ranking. So it's going to be the Melee Stats guys who are going to be running most of this. And so we're going to, by January 20th, we will know our full top 100. So super exciting to see all the people who got in, who got snubbed. And starting us off is a very good friend of mine, and I believe a friend of the podcasting platform in general, is our own Shabo. Shabo, formerly ranked number 2 behind only Zamu in Champaign, Illinois. Very, very good Midwest Fox. And I think, I'm going to say it, Shabo got snubbed. Shabo, very, very good, very talented. And I'm not going to name any names that he could have been placed above. But I don't want to be that guy. But I think he's definitely way more powerful than this year's rank demonstrates. I think that's probably just a lack of attendance. And I'm sure if he were to go to a couple more things in this upcoming year, he'll probably jump up the ranks very, very quickly.
Can you imagine if he had a slightly better performance at Hold That L7? Because that's what is going to make people go, oh, place 7th at Hold That L7. Well, that was a regional, should have placed higher. But
Mm-hmm.
look, we don't know what Shaba was doing that night. We don't know how seriously the performance of the regional was being taken by Shaba. We don't. Hopefully seriously, but I think that the lack of attendance is what really
Mm-hmm.
hurts the players that are going to be from 70 to 100, players that could be potentially top 50 if they attended more events, because that gives you a chance to, of course, play good competition in the moments that matter more, allow you to gain that experience, and then be able to break through with
Mm-hmm.
placing top 64 at events like Genesis or top 32 at slightly smaller super majors, because Genesis has over 1,200 melee entrants.
Yeah.
It's really cool the amount of people that are going to Genesis 9, but the rest of the events this year will not have 1,200 entrants. That's a prediction of mine. We might see the 1,000 barrier get broken at one or two other events at the most this year. Big House 10 was really close last year. We'll see how it is for the Big House this upcoming fall if they can get more than 1,000 entrants. But I'm just saying for myself, I don't see that being a common thing.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, at the slightly smaller super majors, place top 32. At regionals, at least top 8, and
Mm-hmm.
so on and so on. If you don't travel that much, you get hurt on the ranking system. By the way, it's not just the Melee Stats collective who did this list. I also want to give shout outs to people who I was not necessarily expecting to see. I'm happy to see people like Dawson and Slug on this list of
Mm-hmm.
people who contributed to the top 100 rankings. They're officially listed. Dawson and Slug, both out of Pennsylvania, both out of Philly, so let's go. It's so funny because Slug has more or less shadow retired without making it a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the word on the street is, oh, Slug's not going to really compete in 2023. So that's an interesting thing, kind of get to not only show top 10 level skill in Ices post wobbling ban. We'll see where Slug ends up being, but also contributing to the top 100. That's really cool. There's all kinds of different people who contributed to this in terms of the rankings, but then there's also people who did the graphics stuff,
Mm-hmm.
people like Dark Dragoon, and I know that JDMH is on here somewhere. Ah, yes. motion graphics and melee renders credit goes to JDMH. So there's a big community grassroots project, as it should be, and I want to give kudos, shout outs to StartGG for not only plugging the Melee Stats Patreon on the introduction to this list, but also for saying, hey, look, all the ad revenue will also go to Melee Stats and the entire top 100 team, because the work that goes into this is not a trivial amount of time. There are people who spend the entire year maintaining spreadsheets, and then you have to actually do the listing. Then you have to make the graphics, the videos. I'm anticipating a top 10 video at the very least. Something that maybe somebody like Walt will be doing. Who knows? But I'm excited to see how the rest of this pans out. The 100 to 91 rankings is out though. We don't have 90 to 81 just yet, although I keep refreshing the page just to make sure. So we got players like, I'll go down this really quickly, and Hada, you can provide the commentary on these players, but let's just get this part out of the way.
Sure.
At 100, Mateo. 99, Nut. 98, Rocket. 97, Abe. 96, Just Joe. 95, Logos. 94, Free Palestine. 93, Vu. 92, Kevin Maples. 91, Eggy. And that's the first 10 players of your 2022 top 100 Melee rankings.
Yeah, so I just want to go into a little bit of depth on these guys. Just been in the scene a little bit, know a little bit about them. So Mateo, coming out from Ontario, definitely a up-and-comer, at least in the Canadian scene, really popped off during the Slippy era. Started to make his name known, I'm sure, if you're a Canadian player, kind of fell under the radar with how elite and top heavy especially the top level of Canada is. Soon say None, Moki, especially in the past couple of years. So players like Mateo, and even kind of in the same conversation as Zuppy. Zuppy coming up in the last year or so to making themselves a top 20, top 30 level player. Mateo definitely following in those footsteps to really start taking names, start taking some sets. 13th at Super Smash Con, definitely no joke. 33rd at Shine, 33rd to get on my level, 65th at the Big House. So just missing top 64 there. And like Jesse was saying earlier, is when you're looking to make these lists, when you're looking to finally get ranked, it's really makes it hard to not get ranked as long as you're making at the super majors. You got to hit those top 64s. You have to hit those top 32s at those smaller attended majors that such as Get on My Level and Shine. Like Shine was a little bit underwhelming this past year from what I understand. And Super Smash Con's kind of been a little bit of a Mickey Mouse major, I believe, in the last couple of years. It's still very top heavy at like the top 10, top 8 level, but definitely the middle of the pack doesn't seem to really fill in. Those top 30, top 40, top 50 level players don't seem to make Super Smash Con as big of a attendance priority as of the last few years. But you see, if you're wanting to get ranked 100, you're hitting 65th, you're hitting 33rd, you're hitting 13th at those lesser known majors. So this is very, very important if you're really trying to see what it takes to get on the top 100 list. So Nut, double specialist for sure. Nut Vavez, definitely is a amazing SoCal doubles team. Wave Dash 2022, 13th, 17th at Lost Tech City. 25th at Riptide and 25th at Double Down. So again, not a lot of huge tournaments that he attended, so no super majors and no really big majors that are listed here. So a lot of those very large regionals to small majors that have been listed, and really solid placements at all of them. So 13th, at a local small major in Wave Dash, Lost Tech City. So the LTC team did throw out some pretty big tournaments in all throughout the year, I believe 2 or 3 per year. So 13th, 17th, and then 25th at Riptide and Double Down. So those 2 slightly bigger tournaments, both run by, I believe, by VGBC. One in Ohio, one in Las Vegas, getting 25th. So solid performances from Nut all around. Rocket, first international representation on the 2022 top 100 list, representative from Chile, and also probably the only Young Link representation, unless you're counting Axe as secondary. 17th at Wave Dash, 49th at Super Smash Con, and 65th at Main Stage. Also having some pretty solid international performances. Showing a pretty solid piece of dominance over the South American scene. I believe only really having trouble with Chile's rank 1 in Chape. So the fact that he can still have such dominant performances internationally down in South America with a character like Young Link, and then showing enough gumption to make, to get 17th at Wave Dash with solo Young Link is very, very impressive. So big ups to Rocket. Abe, again, continuing the international trend. Sweden's best Marth currently. 13th at Fett. 25th at Riptide, 33rd at Shine, and then first at Myth 3, which I believe was a European regional. So a huge performance there, sponsored, I believe, still by Melee Stats, if I remember correctly. Fit was actually a really, really cool tournament to watch. I know B-Bats made a trip, Spark made a trip, and Mech, I believe, did as well. So a couple of United States representation. And I believe got double eliminated by 2 Americans. I think it might have been B-Bats and Mech, if I remember correctly. But, great, solid performances. But then, if you're looking down here, did take a set from B-Bats later in the year, lost to Wally and Captain G. And also took down sets from Wally, Captain G. So looking really, really strong, especially when Wally showed some dominance after beating Zane at that very same tournament. So Abe looking really good. So at that Myth 3, took out Sharp, Kingu, Frenzy, Max, and Kinzo. So did look like they dodged Professor Pro, but still, Abe looking good. Abe looking like the Marth to watch out for from Europe. Just Joe, 96th. Illinois Fox just placing above, like we said, that 101 Illinois Fox and Shabo. 17th at Riptide, 4th Show Me Your Moves, just outplacing Shabo, who I believe got 5th at that tournament. 5th at We Need Some Space 3, 97th at the Big House 8. The Big House 10. So not as great a performance at the Big House. Definitely looking to probably improve those super major performances, but those regional placements, as well as just having a pretty solid performances all around. 17th at Riptide, definitely nothing to shake your finger at. So look out for Just Joe, one of those up-and-coming Midwest Foxes. Logos, constant training partner for Mango, and has a lot of hot takes on Twitter. Big contention for who actually is rank 1 in Utah. A lot of people will say Logos. Some people will say OKP. I know they do go head-to-head pretty back and forth when it comes to locals and regionals out in Utah. But 25th at Main Stage, 49th at Genesis, 49th at Double Down, and 33rd at Wave Dash. The consistency speaks for itself. Logos, definitely a grinder, huge contributor to the Falco metagame and pushing it forward. So first Falco that we're seeing on the list so far, 25th at Main Stage, looking like their marquee performance. So hoping to see some more performances from Logos moving forward. I know, but I think having a little bit of trouble in the Falco dude. I think they took a loss to Magi. Magi definitely is my favorite Falco on the rise right now. So probably looking at Magi in the 20s, maybe even the low 30s, high 20s, I would imagine. But with recent performances, I'm sure Magi will pushing even higher. One of my favorite players of all time, Free Palestine, Ohio representative. After switching to Box the last year, I know they have been mixing up, have a tri-main situation very akin to Mewtwo King, Fox, Marth, and the main, of course, being Sheik. 25th at Riptide, 33rd at the Big House 10, 9th at Smash Camp, big Smash Camp advocate. So if you want to go and get some good reviews from Smash Camp, look no further than reaching out to Free Palestine, and 9th at Hold That L. So I know that Free Palestine was Mr. 101 one year and then pushed, I believe, into the 70s one year, the year after. But Mr. 94 this year, Free Palestine, like I said, switched from traditional controller onto Box, and I think actually plays a hybrid, playing both depending on the character that they're playing on. I believe plays Box for Fox and Sheik, and I think plays Marth on controller, if I remember correctly. But we'll be looking to see how that dual controller hybrid will push forward, or if they continue to work on those Box style techniques and just stick with the Box. So Really, really interested to see how far Nice can push their rank in this following year because I know they're not slowing down. Vu, definitely a hidden boss, hidden gem in the Falco community. Not a lot of people speak about Vu. Floridian Falco, 25th at Super Smash Con, 33rd at the Big House 10, 13th at CEO 2022, and 7th at Low Tide City. Again, that was the pretty big breakout performance for Vu. Has a pretty decent stranglehold of, I believe it's Southern Florida, if I remember correctly. Yes, he goes from South Florida. So looking really strong. I know kind of falls under the radar with some of this, especially how top heavy Florida was previously with players like M2K, Hungry Box, Plup, and Wizzy, for previously all living in Florida at the same time. Especially and Gatsu. Now that I'm thinking about it, there were so many super high level players coming out of Florida, so Vu kind of just fell under the radar, but glad to see that they're getting the recognition they deserve. Representative from Sly Fox Esports, hoping to see that they push their rank even further because they're a great Falco. They're a super sick Falco. Kevin Maples, coming out of the woodwork, kind of halfway through the year. 25th at Super Smash Con, 25th at Apex, 33rd at Pound, and 7th at the Nightclub VIP. So cool to see that the Nightclub VIP and the Nightclub Regionals are getting a lot of recognition for how top heavy and how valid those tournaments are. And I know Kevin Maples was a little, I guess, disappointed with the ranking this year. You know, also taking recognition that they haven't been traveling, they haven't been putting in the attendance that they need, but still understanding that they are good enough and they have the talent to stay at Melee's highest level, getting ranked 92nd with really only competing for about half of the year. Representative from Maryland, looking really, really strong. So I know that their competitive passion has been reignited. So we'll have to see how far Kevin Maples can push their rank in this next year of 2023. And our final rep and our first Peach of the list is Eggy. Eggy coming out from Illinois, Chicago-based Peach. I believe teaming with Mech at the next Genesis. So it might be Ganon, might be Falcon Peach team coming out from Illinois. 25th at Double Down, 33rd at Shine, 33rd at Pound, and 33rd at Riptide. So Eggy, the Peach community has grown very, very dense at the high level. There's a lot of players at the top 100 to top 70 level when it comes to Peach mains, and it really comes to who's playing well on the day. You have Eggy, you have Wally, you have Ryobeat, and a ton of other, and BBAT specifically are those really high-level Peaches who are pushing their rank in this upcoming year. But then, of course, you have players like Polish and Laud who are pushing it on the highest end. So Peach is going to have some great representation. Of course, we can't forget about Aura. Now that I'm thinking about it, we can't forget about Aura. But
you mustn't.
You must not forget about Aura.
Domino effect more or Aura.
Yeah. Yes, domino effect. And so looking at some great wins. So wins over Zamu, Ober, Shabo, and Preeminent. Looking like a really strong and contentious player for, bringing up the high-level Peach metagame. And really excited to see how far that Eggy can push themselves moving into this next year. So that is our 100 to 91. I know it's probably a little bit of a lengthy explanation, but it's ranking season. It's really cool to talk about these up-and-coming players. And, thinking about this first 10 players, including Shabo, who do you think is going to make the deepest run and improvement moving into 2023, Jesse?
I look at somebody like Kevin Maples because if there's motivation there, and Kevin Maples has been higher on the SSBM top 100 before, then that seems like a safer bet. Also, the region that Kevin Maples is in allows him to get to different events, not necessarily to have to pay thousands of dollars. You might pay hundreds of dollars to go to an event like Collision, which is a couple hours away, and so on and so on. But it's mostly by the fact of was at a higher spot at one point in Melee's history, does seem to have proficiency in playing the game. Of course, Kevin Maples is a good player, and then being able to travel and being motivated to do all that over again. But I also like what you said about Vu, because if you have great players around you, your level of play has to go up, and that may not be the case as much anymore. But if Vu can travel a little bit here in 2023, I like the chances for Vu. And then obviously Free Palestine, who can play at top 8 level at your regional certainly, and then possibly at majors. had a nice showing at the summit that Free Palestine attended. I believe that was Summit 12,
Yep.
taking a set over Kadoran. So there's possibilities there. I want to say, in the general sense, it has never been easier to like say to yourself, "Oh, I would really like to make top 100," because the more and more I get into the game, the more I want to like be worthy of a top 100 spot. But the more I'm interested in going for it, the harder it actually is becoming because of the skill level rising thanks to Slippy, thanks to all the events, the sheer volume of events that we had in 2022 may not ever be seen again. We will have to wait and see on that. But there were so many events in just 9 months. Remember, the first 3 months were more or less a wash because of the variant, the Omicron variant of COVID. So we didn't get started in earnest until the first weekend of March when Smash Camp happened. And oh my gosh, 9 months of insanity. That was 2022. We might not see that level again in 2023, that amount of events, but I hope that simply means that there are a higher density of top level 100 level players attending events like Collision or events that are I think Out of the Blue is a new Chicago regional that got announced either today or yesterday. So shout outs to Chicago for continuing to make that a thing without Onshore being behind the scenes on it. I want to give proper kudos, but I can't remember. Oval is one of the TOs. I just forget the name of the other one. But shout outs to Chicago for continuing to push a regional out there for potentially top players to attend. Who knows? Because, like I said, if there's a slightly less amount of events to attend, you will go to ones that are happening that have players that you want to play against. So who knows? Will we have an event that we can call a Mickey Mouse major from Chicago because Out of the Blue? No, I can't say blew up because Out of the Blue just got a bunch of top players to sign up. Who knows? We don't know the details of all of that yet, but I'm really excited for all these people who have worked so hard in the past year to make top 100. It is quite a feat to do in the most modern era of Melee that we have.
Yeah, it's a great time to see, and I think you really hit the nail on the head. I think Kevin Maples, a previously top 50, top 60 level competitor, I think has a lot of upside going into this next year, especially if that competitive edge has been itched again. Competitive itch has been itched, I suppose, or scratched. I know they could push their way deeper into the list for sure. Vu, I think, has a lot of potential, but it comes down to that level of travel, and that's what I think is difficult specifically about Melee is even though we have such a great online capability now, it still comes down to you have to travel, you have to make that commitment to get on these lists and make this a priority, and it's gonna really show, especially in the 70, 80, 90 to 100 range of there's gonna be players who in your heart of hearts, like if they attended some more things, if they would have placed a little bit better at one super major, at one regional, that they could have made a little bit of a deeper run. And that's kind of how I feel specifically about Kevin Maples, knowing that they really only competed for about half the year and still made the top 100 list. So really excited to see where Kevin can push. And now that I'm thinking about it, I would love to see who is gonna continue to head out onto the list. So I'm gonna go ahead and refresh the Star GG page, see if we can get it onto
I just did recording. It too. I know. Maybe we'll be able to check it again after we're done playing our match. You ready to get into this? Because I wanted to talk about doubles with Genesis 9, but we can do that next week. We should get to our exhibition set.
All right, let's do it.
Right, we have no suggestions from the Patreons, but I want to play your Sheik. We were doing a little bit of Sheik friendlies the other day. Sorry, my Fox versus your Sheik friendlies the other day, so I want to get a taste once again.
Let's do it.
All right, let me go ahead and get over to the right part of the menu. All right, now I'm looking for you now.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I made a switch over, by the way. I don't know how much we talked about this, but I'm switching over to Blue Fox, I think, permanently.
Oh.
Because of Bluey. Shouts out to Bluey. Best kids show except for Avatar: The Last Airbender, but Avatar: The Last Airbender is not really meant for a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old. I'm thinking more 7 and 5 when Ezra's 5, I think they'll be ready to watch it. But even that might be too young. I want them to really understand what's happening. So they can't be 20 when they watch it. But I don't know. I watched Avatar at a pretty good age of 13ish, and I could understand a lot of things that were happening. It just made me appreciate the show more. I want them to have a little bit of that, enough to make them watch it again and even have more appreciation. I want them to watch it and watch it like 5 more times in their adult life. That's what I'm shooting for.
It is good. I need to go back and watch it.
All right, so are you ready? But Bluey's is the other one that's also really good. All right.
Battlefield?
Good luck, have fun. Not even a question anymore. Of course we're gonna do Battlefield. Ah, frick. I tried to throw out a grab. Oh, that was almost genius. I was trying to do a shield grab, but then I jumped.
Ooh, thought I would get the tech.
Perfect timing.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, buddy.
This is why Hada does not like the fox. I wanted to do a run-up jab. I was trying very hard to do it.
I got stuck on that platform. I didn't know where to go.
Oh, way to come back. Like, I didn't expect you to drift back in like that. Frick. Oh, I called out the spot dodge and I didn't convert it into anything. Frick. No, I wanted to fall through. There we go.
No. No, it bumped my head.
No.
It's fine.
Oh, you see that phantom?
Yeah.
I tried fast falling through. I just need to learn how to shield drop on this. It was explained to me how to shield drop, but boy, does it not seem very friendly to me to like shield drop with the box. It's just as counterintuitive to me as doing up tilt. So really, the counterintuitiveness and how much I like. Oh, whoops, that was bad. That was a bad idea. Ooh, I called that rolling. Let's go, and I was able to punish it. No, that was supposed to be an up smash. That's okay though. Oh, word.
Okay.
The hitbox. Dang.
All right.
Oh, we're going back to Battlefield. Let's go. So run up jab, probably not good until later on when you can crouch cancel it less. Since, you know. Ah. Oops. Oh, but I didn't do anything with it. I'm gonna have to continue working on it. But I did do a run-up jab successfully. Oh, that would be a good time to do a jab like during a juggling moment.
Like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
Not yet. You can start saying things when you start, you know, the crazy comebacks and the such. Oh, I thought for sure I'd be able to try and shine that. That's called game knowledge, Hada. You knew that I would try to punish that. Oh no, I got battlefield ledged. Ugh.
Oh jeez, what am I doing?
I only grabbed you because you started doing down smash. That's a, like, an unfortunate thing about this game. You, like, put out an attack and you still get punished for it. Whoa. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on. Oh, do you like that ledge cancel there? Oh, you still had your double jump. Crap. Oh man, I should just grab ledge. I need to grab ledge there. I'm just not confident turning around and doing it. We'll get there, we'll get there, we'll get there. Alright. One of these days, one of these days. Oh, almost ledge canceled. Oh. No. I was trying to drift back, but my Firefox. Oh, now why'd it? Okay, never mind.
Okay, okay, whatever.
Dub's a dub. Nah. I'm like trying to like do more up tilts and it's just, we'll get there. I need to do up tilts when it makes sense to do up tilts. Oh, whoa, I didn't think I was gonna land there. Hada, I'm just such a, oh no, I didn't jump in time. I'm such a big fan of your down tilts. I feel like there's no Sheik main who does it better than you. Like even the Sheik mains. I don't know how much of a Sheik main you want to be right now, but like I swear nobody does it as good as you. J-Mook wants your down tilts. That's all I'm saying.
Down tilt's good. It's really good against Peach, and the guy steal it from Sheik's abusing it against Peach. That's probably why. What the fuck?
Oh, nice.
Really unfortunate.
Almost. There was a world. I tried going back to top plat. That was a bad idea. Or unsuccessful. Why can I not short hop? Ah. Nope, that was okay. Yep, that's okay. Whatever happens to me right now is okay. Oh, okay. No! That's unfortunate. What are you doing? How did I not punish that? This is where a short hop nair. Oh, there we go. Oh,
I
okay.
slid off.
Okay.
That's my bad.
Still world. Still world. Didn't fall through. That's okay. If I knew how to shield drop.
That was so
such
juicy.
a juicy up air. Oh, Hada.
Am I dead? Dude, there's no fucking shot. You actually mixed me up. I missed my fucking thing. No.
There's the...
Jesus, I want to throw so bad. Hang on.
The mentality is coming through. All right. I mean, guess I should classic counter pick, but I don't know how good I feel about FD right now. Especially since I can't even take advantage of the ledge, which... Oh, I did 2 short hops in a row. Let's go. Oops. And down we go. No, I didn't. Oh no, we're... What? What?
There's a weird little lip there.
Okay. Short hop. I tried doing a grab after landing. That's probably more dangerous than I think it is.
Missed my Pharaoh.
Okay, that's not bad coverage on a high percent Sheik. But then again, in my mind, I shouldn't necessarily be... Ah, that's right. You can act so quickly out of that at low percent. No, I wanted the ledge. Ah, that's unfortunate. That's happened a couple of times now. I'll like try to grab you and you're forward tilting so it doesn't connect. That is also really unfortunate. Nice tech. Doing it like the Sheik goat. Lots of spot dodges. Is Dreffin still the Sheik goat, or is it J-Mook just because of high placements?
I don't know who Sheik Goat probably is. I think some people will say Kirby Kaze.
I mean, Kirby Kaze didn't play enough?
Kirby Kaze was definitely a goat for a while.
I almost called out that landing.
Don't die. What?
GG's.
GG's. That's unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate. Alright.
I am sensing if the Patreon people respond, I think they'll want a rematch next week. That seems like it'll be extra spicy.
Yeah. I definitely, like, That's a hard matchup, bro. Like, I feel like I just get up aired for free. I mean, no matter what I do, I just get up aired for free.
Wait, hold on. Gumball. Gumball wants you to play Giga Bowser next time, actually.
Okay. I have to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, I have no clue either, but maybe, well, no, Gumball does know because Gumball's run Giga Bowser brackets before, so that's how that's gonna
Just
get
for
done.
Gumball, I'll play Bowser right now.
Bowser? Oh, I should look for you again. Alright.
Yeah, I just did critters.
Thug Finals, Bowser, here we go. Also, no update on the next 10 players on the top 100. Okay. Oh!
I actually really like Bowser. I think he's fun. He's really bad because you can just slide off and you just die because you're trying to move.
Right. But no, I mean, up air, by far and away, is my favorite Bowser thing to do. It's so satisfying to hit somebody with up air. Oh, right, you didn't go anywhere. That makes sense. Okay, now run up jab. I don't know what I would do with run up jab, but I'd do some. Ah, frick. Okay. Nope. There we go. Well, I can't run up jab now. Ah, I didn't Z cancel it. That's my own fault.
I should have there.
Whoa. I just like grabbed your forward tilt and took it for a ride. Jeez Louise.
This character is so bad.
Launched. Okay, so it's like a semi-safe approach option at higher percent. Like you can get out of trouble if you Whoops.
It's so slow.
Yep, that's... Oh, that get-up attack, though. Best get-up attack in the game?
Pretty good, for sure. I think it's also, like, kind of blown up to how good it is because it's on such a bad character. Like, if that was on Fox, you're really like, whatever.
If that was a Fox get-up attack, are you kidding me? People would be like, that's so unfair. He reaches so far into the stage.
Alright, I'm gonna play you on the good stage and see if I can win.
Oh, wait.
Play me on the good stage, on the good stage.
Good stage. My bad.
Yeah, that was a bad stage. I can't even move. I can't even move on that stage.
That was a bad stage. No! Alright, look.
Not the bad stage again! Good stage.
Here we go. Oh yeah, your Ganondorf is beating me on this stage. Right, don't crouch cancel it. Oh, I did it! Okay, that was bad. That was bad. Selectively good angle. Right. I needed to follow up. Oh, shoot. Not expecting to land on the ledge. Or
No, yeah,
the
I would never
stage.
play Bowser on FD. Character bad on FD, very much so. No, that was such a juicy down smash space.
Nope. Why am I even doing an Arcadian ledge dash against a Bowser? This is shameful behavior. Dang.
Yeet.
Dang. If if Amsa were innovating Bowser, run up, command grab would definitely be something that everybody would be like, yo, this character's busted. That's not fair.
That was so silly. I had my shield up, excuse you.
Shield poke, maybe?
Maybe.
Let's go. No, I didn't mean to do a ledge cancel, although it was dummy hype.
No, I was so early and so bad. You would shine Spike a Bowser.
I was trying to. That's both games we played.
Alright. GG's, GG's.
GG's. Oh, yep, I gotta get better at doing GG's. Oh, is it just up and up?
It's just double up, yeah.
Yep, got it. Hada, thank you once again. Another lovely day out here in the Melee sphere. It's always good to talk. Oh, of course it came out.
Did it just come out now?
Yes, it did.
Oh god. Well, they can do it. It could, like, just cut it in.
Speed run. Okay. At number 90, we have Slow Kings.
Hang on, I don't even see it. Oh, wait. No spoilsies. Alright, let's see. Hang on. I got it because I've got to pause the music. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Alright, I got it.
Okay, at 89, 404 Cray. At 88, Umarth. At 87, The Real Thing.
Let's go!
At 86, Khaled. At 85, Wevins. At 84, Nickumwit. At 83, Mad Tyro.
Oh,
at
shit!
82,
That's high!
Essie.
Let's go, Essie.
At 81, JJM.
JJM's a beast. Alright, super quick tidbits, just because we have things to do. Slow King, best player in Iowa, super good Falco, 17th, 25th, 33rd, and 5th at Riptide, main stage, Genesis, and Show Me Your Moves. So great placing at Riptide, super solid placing at Genesis. Genesis consistently, with the Big House, most stacked tournament of the year, so even getting top 33rd, top 32, even playing for top 32, very, very impressive. 5th at Show Me Your Moves, solid placements. 4-4 Cray, Arthur, best New Jersey Falco currently. Definitely very, very fast growth in this past year. 4th at Creed, 25th at Apex, 33rd at Genesis, 33rd at the Function 2. Amazing player to take a lot of really high level players to the brink online specifically. Dominant winning records on Toussaint, Wally, B-Bats, Mop Money, J-Flex, JJM, and Chem. So that's pretty impressive to have winning records against all those players, Toussaint included. It's amazing. Umarth from NorCal, currently the best NorCal Marth, I believe, at this moment. 13th at Double Down, 33rd at Genesis, 33rd at the Big House, 13th at Smash Camp. 13th place at Double Down was a really solid placement. It was J-Flex versus Umarth, and that was a very, very contentious set for that top 8 placement. So
I went game 5, right?
yeah, it did go game 5, went the distance.
Fresh prey.
Firepuff with the follow. Thank you so much, Firepuff. The Real Thing, my personal favorite Falco coming out from Ohio. John, absolute gamer. Also very, very high rated in chess. Believe I don't remember his rating, but very, 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 very high. 17th at the Big House, which was an amazing run. 25th at Riptide and 5th at Hold That L. Didn't get to travel all that much, I believe, due to, I believe, work conflict, but still 17th at the Big House 10. Amazing performance, and the Midwest Super Major. Khalid? Is it Khalid?
I mean, if it's Khalid, then might be. If it's Khalid, I was right. GG's. I don't know. I mean,
anyway, 5th at Saving Mr. Lombardi, 33rd at Wave Dash, 49th at main
also
stage.
Contentious with Twitter.
Yes, also has some very hot takes. First Jigglypuff we've seen on this list. Believe the best puff in California right now. So doing the Lord's work as Firepuff 12 jumps into the chat. Wevins super swaggy Samus, very very fast, very aggressive with his technical placements. So 7th at CEO Dreamland 2022, 33rd at Super Smash Con, 7th at DreamHack Atlanta, and 17th at the off season. So off season getting some ranking recognition, so that's pretty interesting. Don't know how heavily that was weighted due to kind of having some wonky rules, but be that as it may. 7th at DreamHack Atlanta, pretty solid performance, but I believe didn't get to travel all that much, kind of just stuck around their own region, with the exception of Super Smash Con is what it seems. But best
that made it count anyway, because those are still pretty good results for someone who isn't able to travel as much.
Mm-hmm. And Nick M. Whittier, previously a top 50 level player, Falcons switched to box in the last couple of years. Also secondarying Marth now. I believe they really enjoy Marth on the box, or I believe they're on box. 17th at Battle of BC, so got to travel a good amount. 33rd at Double Down, 2nd at Smash Camp Newlands, and 5th at Emerald City 10. So kind of loves to stick on the left side of the country. Saying they live in Idaho now. I do believe they moved. They were previously a NorCal resident. The best Falcon in NorCal, currently sponsored by 69%. It's going to be commentating the CG Invitational this weekend. So catch me and Nick on Top 4 Doubles for the CG event, Gold Invitational this weekend. So super cool for them. Mad Tyro, the most technical Luigi to ever exist. The best Luigi to come out of the Midwest, with the exception, I believe, of a bait, but incredibly fast, incredibly technical, coming out from Indiana. 25th at Pound, first at Liftoff, which was I believe took a set over Essie to win that, and 49th at Apex, and 7th at Warehouse War 2. So kind of just still really young, I believe 16 or 17 at this time, maybe 17. Very, very fast, very technical, but expect this ranking to improve this next year. I know they have a lot more time to travel, a lot more time to grind now, that I believe, this 17 or 18-year-old kid, but we'll expect to see big things from Mad Tyro. And then, of course, as I'm saying that, Essie, formerly Cal, formerly Sephi, but Claire now coming out from Ohio. Currently maining Sheik and secondarying Fox, which was the inverse of their last placement on top 100, which I believe put them in the top 70 range, 76 if I remember correctly. So 9th at Super Smash Con, great performance. 25th at Shine, 33rd at Riptide, and 7th at Show Me Your Moves 22. There's Super Smash Con performance really did put a huge exclamation point on their run this past year. Sent over 75 tournaments this season, with her most impressive performance being the 9th out of 713 performances at Super Smash Con, beating KJH the Leaf and finally Dreffen in a symbolic Game 5 set between two iconic Ohio Sheiks. So did play the Sheik Ditto there. And then finally JJM, who in my opinion has the best clip of the year, which was their 0 to death rest punish off of I think it was Dawson. 0 to death rest punish on Dawson, with a crazy 3 platform handoff sequence for a incredible 0 to death. So JJM, nutty ice climbers, also has a secondary peach, with a 17th place performance at Super Smash Con, Pound 2022, 49th at the Big House, and first at No John's too. So huge performances out from JJM, and I believe the East Coast favorite ices by far, with the exception of Slug. So JJM doing the Lord's work out here. And that's going to conclude our podcast today, guys. So glad we got to at least talk about that before we signed off. But please catch us next week. We're going to be going over the rest of the list. So if I'm looking at it correctly, so today is the 12th. And by the time we talk next Wednesday, it'll be the 18th. So we will have up to 30 to 21. So we'll only be missing the top 20 players by the next time we check in. So we will go over those next week. So I'm going to be doing our Genesis preview show, as well as going over rank 80 through 21. So thank you guys so much for coming out.
Lots to look forward to. Thank you all for joining us. I'm happy that we get to do this every week. We get to look at a little bit of the top level of top 100 because it's tempting to skip from 100 to just go straight down the top 10, but I like the 10 a day approach. We all get to give flowers to all these amazing players. Hada, thank you so much for joining us once again. We were streaming live on twitch.tv/Hey Hada, because you should just automatically follow the channel, as Firepuff12 rightfully did today. But yes, thank you all for tuning in once again.
Thank you guys. Talk to you next week.